we're both winning.
I get what you're saying, but like women are not built to sport fuck like men can. Like you might be able to have casual sex here and there, but you can't do it to the same level as a man without having emotional attachment. Sex is very emotional for most women, and they have issues with it. Okay, so you can say, "Oh, well, I can have casual sex too." That's fantastic, but you can't do it at the same level as a guy.
I have heard that before.
Okay, all right.
So so since women are not built for casual sex, that's why men have an issue with women that have a lot of casual sex, because we know that y'all are not built for it.
You're not.
It goes against your very nature. You can bring one kid to term per year. I could bring many kids. I could bust nuts everywhere, but you can only bring one kid to term per year.
Everywhere.
Women are way more sexually selective than men are. So when a girl is promiscuous or a slut, guys don't like that. That's why I'm telling you, if a girl makes $500,000 a year and she's super successful, but she has a shady past, a man's going to go for that 21-year-old that works at McDonald's that's a bum but a virgin, because men value purity in women.
Yeah,
much. But I just want to say, like, I think we're stepping into like a generation of guys who expect girls to have money and pay for them and to do a lot of things. It's not the same anymore.
And do you want those guys? Hold on.
Sassy.
Did you not say earlier that those guys aren't attractive?
Correct.
Okay then. So who cares?
But you keep also...
The men that you guys want, the guys that you think are super masculine, dominant, attractive, assertive, etc., those guys want girls that aren't hoes.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, I agree. But you keep saying that, for your analogy, it's either the McDonald's worker who's 21 years old and is a virgin, but every time you go to the other option, you add in that noting that like she sleeps around or she has a shady past. You keep assuming she may.
But it's like
you're right. It's very hypothetical.
It's definitely red flags though. It's red flags more or less.
So if you're gonna make a hypothetical scenario like that, it has to be either a 21-year-old McDonald's worker who's a virgin.
I'm using extremes to demonstrate the point.
But it's not. What's the extreme on the other side? Is that
the extreme is to show you that men don't care about a woman's ability to provide security and resources.
So
that's why I'm using that example.
Is what you're saying out of that analogy, out of that scenario?
The scenario I'm giving is to display men's lack of care for a woman's ability to create resources.
So you would choose a girl that's sleeping in her car than a girl that has her own apartment and, you know, her own stuff going on.
If the girl is, a man will go ahead and deal with a girl that's absolutely broke if she has a clean past.
Yeah. My point is, you keep saying that the
How are you going to disagree with what men want?
Why would you even approach it?
I think it doesn't make sense.
Are you a dude?
Are you a man?
Maybe I was.
It's incredible to me how I'm telling you, like I'm telling women what men want, and then they're sitting here telling me like, oh, it shouldn't be that way, or that's not true.
I mean, isn't what the podcast is for, though, to like share our viewpoints?
No.
And there's only two of you guys.
Yeah, but your viewpoints are incorrect.
Yeah.
No, but that's what.
But you can't say that.
I mean, yours are correcting your mind, but ours are correcting our mind.
But he asked you earlier, like, would you fuck a certain type of guy, and then you was like, no. So he knows you better than you know yourself.
Disagree.
Wait, but I also
disagree? Okay.
I think as a girl, if a guy tells you, I mean, we're kind of talking about this earlier, but I think as a guy, if he says that he slept around with all these women, to me, that's also unattractive.
Yeah, but most girls won't break up with him though.
Won't break up with him.
Yeah,
I won't even start the relationship to begin with. Like, if you told me you have all these bodies in the past couple of years.
So when you're in a club around, you know.
So wait, hold on. Do you think a woman that has sex with a bunch of men is the same as a man who has sex with a bunch of women?
Well, you just said in your analogy, you're saying that
Well,
the
I'm
other
asking you,
woman's
do you think it's the same?
unattractive. Say that one more time. So,
do you think a woman that's had sex with a lot of men is the equivalent to a man that's had sex with a lot of women?
Yeah. It's unattractive on both ends.
Yeah, there you go. That's where this fallacy is coming from.
I wouldn't want a man who slept around with a bunch of bitches the same way you wouldn't want a woman who slept around with a bunch of men. For you specifically. To other people, that might not matter. Because I know people who are like, I don't care about body.
Yeah, this is incredible. They really are unaware.
No, yeah, I know.
This is wild.
I know. This is why.
So
I mean, it all comes
you
to
do realize that for a man to have sex with a lot of women, he's got to have value, correct?
Okay. But for a woman to have sex with a lot of men,
it takes no skill.
No value?
No skill.
Nah,
you can literally go into a club. Like, come on, man.
It's way easier for us to get laid.
Ladies, like, divorce your feelings from the conversation. Let's have a real conversation here. Think about it. Let's use logic and common sense. Why are hoes admonished? Because it's easy for them to have sex and they don't exercise any discretion. However, why are men that have sex with a lot of women respected? Because it's difficult to attract women and have sex with them as a man. Men have to provide value to be attractive to get the girl. Women just exist and they get the guy. So women that exercise sexual temperance are considered high value, right? Or are considered valuable to men. And men that can have sex with a lot of women are considered valuable in society because it's not easy for men to get laid. You guys can go into a club right now, all of y'all, and some dude will still talk to you. If I go into the club and go, I'm going to get arrested. So it's like you cannot sit there and conflate female sexuality to male sexuality. If a man's having sex with a lot of women, he's doing something right by definition. If a woman's having sex with a bunch of dudes, she's doing something wrong by definition.
Correct.
So